From Colorado's news leader, this is 9 News at 7 a.m.
It can be challenging finding a job in this tough economy, but people with language skills aren't having as much trouble because of the huge demand for translators. Joining us in the newsroom is Corinne McKay of the American Translators Association. Corinne, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be here.
Well, thank you. The demand for translation services, I guess, has really jumped over the past decade. Just how fast is it growing and why?
Well, it's right. It's a huge industry. The translation industry is estimated at about $11 billion a year worldwide. And it's growing fast because I think as businesses want to go global, they realize not only do they need translators to help them, but that the costs of poor translation are even higher. It can be costly to have a translation redone, it can be embarrassing, and it can even be disastrous to a business.
Wow. Well, Parade Magazine recently listed translators as the second hottest job going right now. So that's good news for you guys, I guess. What goes into being trained to be a translator?
Well, of course, you have to be bilingual, but being bilingual really isn't enough. Translators need a lot of specialized vocabulary. If you think of a translator who might translate the documentation that goes with an aircraft engine or the manual to an artificial knee, translators need a lot of specialized terminology, and translators need to be excellent writers in the language that they translate into.
And of course, the whole matter of security, I imagine there's a lot around that too.
Yeah, that's a big concern as well.
Okay. Tell us about your path to your career.
I have a bachelor's degree in English and French, and I studied abroad in France for a year during that time, and I have a master's degree in French literature, and I was a high school French teacher for 8 years before I became a translator.
So parlez-vous français, huh?
Oui.
All right. And we've seen a lot of interesting translation jobs. What's the most interesting you think you've seen?
Well, that's hard to say because I think all of our work is very interesting. I do a lot of legal translation, and so we translate corporate employees' personal emails that are captured as part of the discovery process. And I've also worked on a few ongoing Homeland Security investigations, which of course we can't say too much about, but that's also a large part of the market for translation work these days.
All right. And real quickly, if somebody's interested in this, what direction do they need to go?
Well, if you'd like more information on careers in translation or in interpreting, which is spoken foreign language work, you can visit the website of the American Translators Association, which is atanet.org.
I should have studied harder in high school. I know that.
Everyone wishes that.
Corinne, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.